This is Engage in New York, Module 4, Lesson 18, Problem Set Debrief. All right, follow along with me and check your work. So 2.07, 207 hundredths, 207 hundredths, 18.48, 18 and 48 hundredths, 18 and 48 hundredths. Kind of made a mess here, but that's probably a good thing. 4.62, 462 hundredths. All right. You made a mistake. Maybe you just made a mistake on your multiplication or something. Go back and check. But when you're multiplying and you're taking a test, you have to get it right. So you have to work on that those multiplication skills. Okay. Right here, 2.133, 2 and 133 thousandths, right? Then we have 16.968. So 16 and 968 thousandths. Then we have 462 thousandths, 462 thousandths. So if you need to pause the video, check your work and come back and keep checking, keep doing that. Figure out where you made a mistake, because as soon as you're done with this, checking your work, then it's time to take on that homework. All right, over here, I solved right here 384 hundredths. I solved it over here 3 and 84 hundredths. Then I have 19 and 944 thousandths, 19,944 thousandths. Went in and put my decimal. I did the same thing using my fractions. Then I used unit form, 26 and 25 thousandths. And when I went back in, since that you're behind the decimal, in front of the decimal, you have to have that 0. But if that 0 is hanging on at the very end on a decimal, you can get rid of it. So when I came up here, I wrote 26 and 25 hundredths, but it's really thousandths. Okay. But technically, you can kick off that 0 right there. That's why you see me. Some of my notes right here, I kick off that 0 on the end. You don't technically need it. But if you want to be accurate, you can keep it on or to show that you are showing the thousandths place. All right, 26 and 250 thousandths. Then let's get to the word problems, because that's where you're going to make sure that you are solving the problems in the right format. So Caroline buys 1.2 pounds of chicken breast. If each pound of chicken breast costs $3.70, how much will she pay for the chicken breast? Okay, so 1 unit costs $3.70. So 1.2 units costs. So 1.2 times 3.70 is 370. So right here, I use that standard algorithm, the most common format. But notice the way I have my numbers stacked. That is the key to be able to use this format, is stacking your numbers on top of each other. Remember, I told you before that I always put the number with the most digits on top. And remember, even though that's a 1 and it's technically on the other side of the decimal, no, you have to stack your numbers right underneath each other. It came over here, 370 hundredths times 12 tenths. Came over here and got 4,440 thousandths. She will pay $4.44 for chicken. Remember, always answer the question and circle it. All right, a kitchen measures 3.75 meters by 4.2 meters. Find the area of the kitchen. Area of the kitchen, remember, area is equal to length times width. So using standard algorithm, notice again, I have stacked my problems. I always put the number with the most digits on top. And then even though that's a whole number, that 4 is a whole number, it's still stacked right underneath my problem. I did standard algorithm. 15.750. Now I came over here, 375 hundredths times 42 tenths. I multiply and I get thousands, right? So I get 15,750, but then I have to go back and put my decimal in order to make it thousands. So the area of the kitchen is 15.75 meters squared because you're using two measurements, so it has to be squared. And notice I kicked off that zero. All right. Now, the area of the living room is 1.5 times that of the kitchen. Find the total area of the living room and the kitchen. So 1.5 times 15.750. I came over here, I did standard algorithm where I made sure to put my larger number, the number with the most digits. The number with the most digits go on top. Then I stuck my smaller number right underneath, stacked up my numbers. I have to align them. I'm not aligning them by the decimals. You only do that with addition and subtraction. Okay, multiplication, you stack them right on top of each other, regardless of that decimal. Then you multiply, then you count how many numbers behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3. I come back and go 1, 2, 3. It's 23 and 625 thousandths. Now, find the total area of the living room. Well, I just found the area of the living room is 1.5 times the kitchen. So I have to take the living room plus the kitchen, and I get a total area is 39 and 375 hundredths meters squared. And yes, I kept that zero right there because, well, you're going to put a zero there anyway because you always want a placeholder. All right, so hopefully this helps you take on, answers questions, helps you with any fix-up strategies. Maybe you didn't know how to attack this problem, one of these problems at first, and now you do know. You're going to attack these in the same way that you would attack the problems on the homework. All right, good luck.